Welcome back to another episode of This Is Us. Yeah, we're okay. Look at that. Isn't that great? And we are actually going to increase the volume of this game a little bit. Was 5. There we go. Much better. So, hey, look at that move. Look at that move. Amazing. So, let's see what we can do today. With a bit of luck, there are some expeditions finished. Nope, not yet. That one takes a little while. Alright, but we are not here to do any of those expeditions. Nope. We are actually here to do... Wait, forgot something. We're here to do the character trial. There we go. Let's do some test runs here for Xiao. Because, first and foremost, it's open. I need some primer gems. And yeah, just so we can get a nice feel to it. And also get maybe some other nice bonuses on that. Like, the character looks pretty decent. What can we do here? Like, we can do... Oh, that's cool. Has a 9-second cooldown on it. Sweet, 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 sweet. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, that's cool. The move where you actually hit the grind here. Look at this, look at this, look at it. Wait. There we go. That's cool. Like, it's fast. Everything on him is fast. Like, he doesn't even have any oomph to his attacks. And with this, I just mean there is no weight behind his attacks. It never goes like whoom, whoom, whoom. Kind of like that. Like, all of this, see that? It's just extremely fast. It goes from one to the next without even thinking that the polearm is in any way. Ooh. Yeah, what happens if I just hold that? Wait a minute. Okay. It's like a little bit damage. Looks neat. But it's much better to just hammer the button for the damage. So, what happens if I just hold down the thing here? Nothing. Okay, okay, so the ultimate is basically a damage booster. I think it infuses your attacks with Animo. Very interesting. And you can do this again, but no, you can't. The thing is still active. That's cool. Still active. Still active. Interesting. Either I just regenerate it all the time, or something is definitely off with this thing. Look at this. Ah. Like, I can I, like, trigger this thing again? No. Like, your attacks are always Animo imbued. For some reason, I do get an awful lot of this energy, so I can have this thing active almost permanently. It's just weird. Like, look at this. It's half... Ooh, bollocks. Interesting. So, for some reason, I do have an awful lot, really an awful lot of energy regeneration on him. That's just weird. Maybe he has some interesting passives on there too, but yeah, you can basically do this all the time. Like, you can have this bonus damage active indefinitely. There we go. Immediately and indefinitely. Like, you just hit it and that's it. Pretty sweet. And he also has this AoE. That means you can do whatever you want. And of course, this one was the frozen. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Pyong, pyong. Whoop. Do we have... Nope. Oh, look at this. There's absolutely nothing happening here. Ooh. It's a nice shield, though. It's a nice shield, but I don't feel anything from this character here. Look at this. 4,000, another 4,000. Like, we do use the shield ability, but it does not charge up as much because we can't deal enough damage in order to trigger their percentages. Because I have looked into how to get those energy points. There we go. And now every attack is... Nah. We do get a bonus somehow. Oh, thank goodness it's just 9 enemies on this one. Because it would just take ages. Only good thing about it, though, is that you can trigger the shield and dish out some AoE damage. But for the rest of it, it's one of those slow... Yeah. slow range kind of enemies. Okay, we need to dish out more damage. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, look at this. So much better, much more responsive. Oh. Okay, let's activate the shield. Can we... Interesting, so the shield persists. That's kind of neat. But yeah, Diona seems like a support character. Like, you use her to activate the shield. To somehow... oh, look at the damage. Like, it's not even existent. Like, I could do this here. It's not even that much damage. That's just weird. Against a fire enemy, not dishing out that much damage is a bit of a pain, really. Much better. Let's do an ultimate here. I don't know, like there seems to be an awful lot of damage missing here. Either this or the items on Diona are more support oriented. Look at this stuff, like this is just in heal AoE, I think. This is why there are so many plus icons. Alright, and we got it. Diona, why don't you deal more damage? The shield is nice and all, but it does not do anything. That's its problem. It does not infuse the character with any bonus effects or whatnot. So... bollocks. Wrong button. So stupid. So stupid. Yeah. Let's leave the domain real quick. That was so stupid. It's actually really interesting that you switch characters before switching domains. Like for a split second you could see my main character in here, Albedo. And there we go, claim that, and then we try her again. Like Beidou is one of those Claymore characters that has a really nice feel to the attacks. It goes like, it's cool like this, vroom, 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 vroom. So cool. And then we do this, shoo, 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 shoo. Like she does not attack like boop, 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 boop. Such a nice feel. Like, it's not that every character needs this feel, it's just that it needs to look and feel fitting, let's say. And then there's this, like, I don't know, like, electro shield. Ooh, 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 ooh. I think you can kind of deflect attacks if you use the shield at the right moment. Bollocks, that was stupid. Let's see if I can do this. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Nah, I don't think that's working. Or was it the... Nah, I don't think that's the ultimate that I need to use. But I think the shield just needs to be active in order to get triggered. Like this one. Ooh. Okay. And there we infuse... No, what is... Yeah, it's an electro infusion. Definitely. Pretty cool. So if you have another character and then you do this, see that? Just hold it down and then you just swing through the enemies. Similar to the attacks of Noelle, really? Except that Noelle goes in spinny motion, whereas her attacks are more slashy and hacky and whatever. Let's do another one of these. Vroom. She has a really interesting way to attacks. Oh no, wait a minute. I can't do anything. Let's do this. Now he should at least be frozen, to be honest. Alright, let's do the ultimate. And now we trigger like superconduct all the time. That's pretty sweet. But it would be much better to not have superconduct, but to have overload. So what you need is a fire character with her, because then her attacks would just hammer in enormously well. Uh-oh. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just 900. That's definitely not enough. 700, 700, 77. So it's always 760 if you hold down the button. So that means it's always the same amount of damage. There we go with 1,300. No, sometimes it's like 1,000. I think it's a crit or something. Oh shit! I have to be careful not to die here. That would be not cool. There we go. Got it. The problem with her though is, yeah, her weightiness in the attacks means that she's also attacking very, very slowly. Therefore, you need something to improve her damage dramatically as well. Like, you need a more burst-oriented kind of equipment. So something that has more attack, maybe more physical or more electro damage or something like that, and not use the crit that often, because crit is something that evens out over a long time of attacking, and her attacks are not that often in order to get a good mean, let's say. The enemy could just evade her attacks or whatever, and then without the right mean for the attacks, like the average damage. Why is it that I don't have to go up the stairs here? Or maybe I just... Ah, there we go. See that? It's similar to Diona. Like, you do get a shield. And... Her attacks are, of course, spinny to winny. Pretty sweet. And then we do the ultimate, which is... Dramatic entrance. Okay, let's do... Whoa, what happened? And ultimate is still on cooldown. Ah, I just love that. That's cool. Okay. So let me say I have decent amount of stamina left. You're good. So let's go with this one. Nice. And another ultimate real quick. Come on. Damn. Can't see anything. That's also a problem when you are really close to walls or something like that. Your camera just does not care at all. Ooh. Can you evade enemy attacks by switching characters? I don't know if that's actually true or not. Because yeah, you can switch between characters. That means for a split second, you should not take any damage. I don't know if you can use this or not. Or if there's always a character present, and depending on how the timing is, either the previous or the current character gets some damage on it. Alright, so we got some nice Mora. That's perfect. Now the other thing that we need to do, because there's still a few tasks left. Look at this. Original resin. I want to finish this. Any problem is, how do I get 50 or actually I need 60 resin. How much do I have? 35. I need to use a recharge, I think. I could go with like, yeah, 1 recharge, and then I can get 5 resin there. But how long is this thing gonna be active? I think it's like 7 hours or something like that. So I still have some time. Still have some time. I can't do some weeklies though. Like, look at this. I don't even have that much more to spend. Actually, I should. I could check how much. That's the wrong one. Need to look how much more I have. 300,000. Definitely not gonna happen. Anyway, I was looking into my items and thought to myself, okay, what kind of build would be really cool to have? And then I was looking at one of those items here. It was his sword. It's a nice one to have, like the bonus crit rate, 28%, and of course crit damage and everything. Pretty sweet. But, no, there's always a huge but. First of all, yeah, base damage could be much higher, like this one, for example. Physical damage, nice. And also his playstyle, right? I don't use him to consistently dish out damage. Therefore, the sword might be useful on another character or something like that. Like, this is just a bonus crit stat. What I want to do is to have the Phillip blade on him. because I attack the enemy, at least with Albedo, I only attack the enemy like every now and then I switch to my main damage dealer, and then I go back to Albedo again, and so on and so forth, right? And in order to improve the damage like by a ton, then I could basically go with the fillet blade. The nice thing is, like, it says on hit, so I don't even know what on hit means. Actually, no, I know what it means. It means that everything that does damage, it's not a normal attack, not just a normal attack. It can be anything that dishes damage, right? And every time you hit an enemy with a damaging ability, doesn't matter which one, you dish out this bonus damage. So I could use it to trigger the passive of Albedo. Only problem is, of course, you would need some bonus defense values and whatever, but I think bonus defense is not really necessary on him, so I should go with the filler blade. This value here can be actually maximized to 400%. There's just a problem. You only get these swords from chests, so be careful when you get these filler blades. They do not drop from wishes, or at least I don't know of any source that says that. I only know of sources that, yeah, drop them from other stuff. Yeah, crit rate, whatever, crit damage. Nah. Okay. Also, maybe I should take this sharpshooter one on an amber. Yeah, that's basically the thing. What I want to do now is I want to upgrade this sword, just so it does a little bit more damage. So I still have those balls of steel. Let's put them on it and make this thing better. Alright, let's get rid of all of those 1-star items and whatnot. I always buy them from the smith. It's one way of getting character, well, no, not character ascension, but weapon upgrade enhancement items for a decent-ish price, right? Only problem with those 1-star items is that, yeah, they're limited. So let's go with the next one. Goodness. At some point I should not have any more 2-star items. It looks like 2 claymores. What is the last item in the field? Okay, claymores, swords. Still more swords. Swords. Okay, so from swords to crystals. So the crystals are the last ones. And I don't even have any more upgrade materials right now. That means I have to use up 1. But it's just 1, thankfully. So let's enhance this thing. And we get, of course, a 2-star. Good. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I have to ascend it again. So now what I have to do is get one of those Mist Veil gold elixir thingies. They can be obtained from here. I don't know what the difficulty of this Thundering Ruin thingy is. With a bit of luck I can manage it. I don't quite know, but I could check that. Also, maybe I should have checked how many of those thingies I need. Wait a minute. Yeah, do I need to switch or not? Well, yeah, I could just switch. Why not? Yeah, I could definitely try to switch. Sweet. Okay, let's switch. Yeah, confirm. Let's see how good this thing will be. How many was it? 2. So it's not even that many. Also, something that I totally forgot is I could also upgrade Albedo a little bit. That's the wrong one. There we go. Start. Yeah. Okay, this is party number 1 with Amber. But I also have... It's a bit sad that Kaya will not be useful, because there's also another party that I want to level up. It's this one here. The reason for this is fire gives you bonus damage. In this case, of course, cryo less effective. Or less time effective. And the attack is increased by 25%. Sweet. And also the, why is it 25%? I thought it was just 10 beforehand. No, whatever. And then every time you are affected by a shield because of the two rocks, first of all, the shield strength is more. That means it will hold up for longer. And also the bonus damage from geo enemies is higher. And on top of that, there is a 15% increased damage that happens. That's really cool. And also the decrease to geo resistance is like an additional multiplier. So this will hammer in extremely well, depending on the situation. Yeah, it's just that this current party setup might not be the best one. So let's go with this. I don't have any more fire characters, so I just used up the best ones. And I wanted to have at least one Claymore character because, yes, I was a bit annoyed that the Geocule wasn't able to be defeated that quickly. But I actually managed pretty well right now. As long as I'm not in the challenge, time-sensitive challenge, I can defeat it fairly easily. Okay, how much damage do we do in here? Like, sometimes you trigger a... Okay, that's just 600. Okay, that's 800 again. It's not that much damage, to be honest. Another 800. 1,300. Okay, 800, 600. Ooh. There we go. Let's get this thing active again. As long as we are in this field, ooh, we dish out sometimes additional geo damage or whatever. There we go. Oh. Why is there all of this on fire? That's weird. Ooh. Damn. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? It could also be that her level is just higher and we don't deal that much damage against her. That could also be the case. Because sometimes I dish out like 2,000-ish damage against her. Alright. No, that's not it. Bam. Let's do this again. Alrighty. Nice. Let's hope I do get the remaining items, not just one, but... What on earth just happened? Oh. That's weird. Did I do the wrong domain? That's strange. I thought that you can... Well, okay, there's a drop rate for it. Looks like I have to fuse them together in order to make this work. Okay, now we go back. Oh no, wait a minute. I could try to defeat some enemies. I just don't know where they could be. Let's go over there. Let's see. I just need to defeat some of those helicurls, just so I know how much damage the geo trigger does. There we go. Bam, like it's 500 damage every now and then. Now it's 800. 600. Okay, 1,100. It's not that much. Okay, so it's between, let's say, 600 and 1,500. Let's just round it up to close to nice numbers. And let's go to weapons. Switch again, because this was the previous one, right? Let's switch to this one. So, how much health does he have? I don't know if this guy needs to eat something or not. Wait a minute. This meal, maybe. Okay, that should do the trick just fine. Alright. See that? Bam. 1,300 damage already. And when we trigger, we start at 800. 600. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. So the amount is the same, and I think every time I dish out, let's say, 1300 damage, it is the trigger of... What was the trigger? The trigger of the fillet blade. So what I have to do in order to make this thing work much better is to... to improve the fillet blade altogether. That means I have to find other fillet blades. And for this to actually... work, for me to find other fillet blades, what I have to do is I have to find chests. Not just any chest though. I have to find exquisite chests. Then it would work. Alright, just because of... Oh, damn it. It's kind of interesting that you have kind of two different... or is it inventories? So let's switch this up again with the fillet blades. And also the base damage is a little bit different too. Like, look at this. Of course it's different. Of course, makes absolute sense. Absolute sense. So let's switch to the fillet blade again. Oh, wait a minute. I have to test something as well. Because... one of his talents, right? Not this talent. Or is it this one? His talent here, Transient Blossoms. If you trigger the skill damage, or like normally, it works like that. If you use Transient Blossom, you do like 140% defense. So it does not matter if you have high attack or something. That's interesting. Very interesting. But I think it does not matter, because the fillet blade overrides all of that. Like, it kind of adds another attack damage multiplier on top of that. So this damage does scale with defense, but on top of that, the fillet blade improves that damage as well. So that is quite the interesting weapon. Yeah, I wanted to enhance this thing, but I need those thingies. I can't get them at the moment. So yeah, let's fuse them together at the Alchemist. And once all of that is done, my character should dish out tons and tons and tons of damage. So, click to view the conversion function. What's this? Click to view the recipe list. Okay. Okay, so you need some salt. 27, what is this? Dust of Azov. Device that can transmute elemental Ascension materials and change their elemental type. Its particular uses, notwithstanding alchemy, is the study of the nature of matter and the rules that underpin its transformations. And ultimately, it seeks to comprehend the working principles of the world and the flow of the ley lines. It's not known who would share alchemical achievements of this magnitude with the civilizations of the world and why, but although the power to fundamentally transmute elemental energy in its crystallized and inert form is a highly useful one, this device also conceals the grave danger of disrupting the elemental balance. Well, yeah, going from one element to another. So you need this and this, and you can get another one out of that. That's interesting. Oh, that is cool. So if you end up... Oh, that's pretty sweet, actually. Because if you have a surplus of those topazes gemstones, then... Or like topaz silver thingies, or slivers, or fragments, or whatever, you can just turn them into the element that you like most. Only problem is, obtained from Stardust Exchange. Oh. And this is where the shop comes in. Interesting. So this is one of those, let's say, pay-to-win mechanics. How do you do that? Let's just quickly go into the shop to see. Stardust Exchange, this one. My recommendation is actually to not use the Stardust Exchange for this matter, because you would just waste your Stardust. That would much better be used on... yeah. on this, on wishes itself. So just farm the stuff normally if you can. Alright, now back to the whole crafting thingy. I wanted to craft something, I just don't know what it was. I wanted to get the balls of steel, there we go. I'm so screwed. I am so screwed. So, can't even get a better one of that. When Albedo crafts weapon Ascension materials, he has a 10% chance to receive double the product. I hope this is it. With a bit of luck, I do get double the product. Let's see what happens. It's a 10% chance. Ooh! That was luck. How much did I need? 3 or 2? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, just 2. Oh, I'm so good. Otherwise, I would have just fused some of those green balls into blue balls into whatever and so on. I would have just abused the alchemy mechanic to the max. Alright, 3 stars, let's do that. Come on. There should be a 4-star version of that, just in case. So you don't click yourself to death. There we go. Oh, 75,000 Mora. One of those famous Mora things again. Nice. And then I need the Mistgrass wig for 60 plus Fado Assassin Mage. They are not yet level 16. Level 60. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright, so damage is as good as on the other weapon. That is neat. Now its bonus damage should be much more significant. What about his attributes? These are all the attributes. We have like 400, 500, decent. Crit rate is only 13%, so that comes on top of that too. Then there's crit damage. Yeah, and then there's of course the energy recharge. That's the only iffy bit. Wait a minute, how does this weapon scale? 240% attack damage to a single opponent can only occur. So this one scales with attack damage. So it would be also much better on an enemy that has, again, attack as a high value. Yeah. I could use this on Kaya though, that would be sweet. Anyhow. Let's see, maybe I could use another set. Because look at this, I have a few of those. Yeah, attack goes up by 18%, that's neat. The wielder of this artifact set uses a sword, claymore, or polearm. That means this one here. The normal attack damage, yeah, goes up by 35%. It's just the normal one. I don't use as normal attacks. I usually just go with the geo triggers. It would be nice to get some elemental energy from him too, but it's not my main concern. Also, this is also not the main concern. Like, come on. But I could actually put some crit on him, because then the crit rate would be high enough to trigger the additional damage sometimes. It's just that the... What about this one? Increases charge attack damage by... No, I don't use charge attacks. Then there's the other thing here. Look at this. Defense increases by 100. That's the only thing that's really interesting. Sadly, it's only a flat 100, but every time I come back to this item, it's so weird. Now, what else we got? Could I use another set to kind of improve his damage? Because I want to have something that is more geo-oriented. So I can kind of trigger the blossoms all the time. Like I use him, I use the blossoms. Either I trigger the fillet blade immediately, or I switch back to another character and then I trigger the fillet blade with the transient blossom effect. And also I don't know how this energy recharge would come into place, because every time you use an E skill, I don't know if you recharge energy if you trigger the blossoms. I don't know. Like, it could be, could also not be. Not quite sure about that. Yeah, and this is bonus attack percentage. It's good for characters that need attack. It's not good for characters that don't care about attack. Not quite sure again. That's absolutely not good. But the elemental mastery might be pretty sweet on him. Actually, what I need is just high defense values and high attack values. Something in the middle. Something about that. Okay, so it's not about the set effect on him. At least not with these items. They're different ones. I could go... Yeah, I should rather go for... something more... not those. Wait a minute. There's this domain over here. That's the actual geo domain. Increases shield, whatever. And while protected by a shield, gain so much additional normal and charge attack damage. It's nice. Crystalline reaction. There we go. All party members gain 35% bonus damage for that particular element. That is really cool. But only if they can handle this element. That's the problem about this. Increases damage power against opponents with, yeah, less than whatnot. Yeah, let's see if you bit. It does not quite work out. That is not cool. Alright. So, let's go back to the party setup. Because I want to use the media setup here. I want to use this one. But what I have to do is level up Albedo. Oh, maybe this is also why I didn't deal that much damage. No, it's not the real reason. Because Albedo was always the same. He's just not as good as Kaya. But yeah, he needs to be level 70 as well. So that was that. Then Meteora. I need Amber, I need Albedo, I need Bennett, and I need Noelle. Good. 2 of them are decently high. Bennett needs to be much higher. Yeah, what does he need to be ascended, by the way? I think he needs... this one? He needs... Yeah, this stuff here. I need to figure out where this Pyroregis vine is located. If I know, then everything is fine. Oh, look at this. Why is it that he needs those asters? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so now I'm kind of locked behind that. Okay. Another way would be to go with a... Nah, that's not working. To exchange the fire with a electro. But then I... Oh, wait a minute. What's the elemental? Oh, every time. I just kind of want to have this as one singular setup here. What is this? There we go. Affected by Hydro for 40% less. Yeah, that is not the problem. Superconduct overloaded and... Okay, this is like an interaction between 2, Ice and Electro. This is an interaction between Fire and Electro. And Electro Charged is just Electro. So, I have a 100% chance to generate an Electro Elemental Particle. Okay. The problem about... Okay, Electro Elemental Particles do regenerate Electro energy for the character. Like more energy for the Electro character, not as much for other elements. And of course there are active characters on the field, and then there are the ones in the group, so everyone in the group gets of course less, and if they are a different element they get even less. So if you have another Electro character in the group, then he would benefit a little bit more from this. Of course this is the only way how you trigger this, so they can kind of like shift the energy all over the place. So if you have energy recharge, this would be pretty decent. And it also happens fairly often. That's a good one. Okay. But yeah, that's not the main concern here. That is definitely not the main concern. The main concern should be to upgrade Noelle. Goodness gracious, goodness gracious. But yeah, for now I just need to focus on Albedo. Amber kind of stays the same. Too bad about Kaya though, but I could just take his items and put it on a different character. It doesn't really matter which one. And Lisa, also sadly she was upgraded and the others didn't. Get any upgrade? So let's go back to that and ascend him, because we can right now. Oh, look at this. This is what you can do if you farm a lot. And every now and then you also get those Cecilias. Have to check on those too. If they came back or not. Let's level this dude up. Oh, by the way, let's get this Ascension reward here. It's nice, like every time you ascend them, you get an additional wish. You can, of course, only do this once for each character, but alright. That takes ages. Wait a minute. How much is this? Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Yes. Can't level him up to the max, can I? 57, that's the maximum. I am so screwed. So screwed. But I could get the next level though. Kind of. Where do I get this one? Drop by Geo Hypostases. Yeah, 60 plus Geo Hypostases. This is a 40 plus hypostasis. So what I need is either to fuse this together, which also costs more, or do something else. And in this case, I think I need to farm a Mora or whatever. Actually, no. It's not the Mora that I need to farm. I need to do different things. Okay, did he get the Philip Blade? Yes. At least we get something right. Damage there. 18. I can't even farm the Geo Hypostasis right now. It's no, this is an animal mill. Where did I place? Yeah, I did not place any marker because I'm so confident that it just works. Let's just quickly go to the cell terrace. I think I wasn't there yet, because I usually try to do the grinding between episodes, just so I can focus on the rest. There we go. Let's check the damage. 700. 1000. That's perfect. Perfect. Hey, wait a minute. I wanted to check his artifacts. Yeah, there's crit damage in there, there's crit rate in there. It would be better advised to ignore the crit damage, maybe. Like I always say that it should be balanced, right? But in this case, like the blossom effect does not happen too often. Therefore, you do not benefit from the crit rate that much, because crit rate is more dependent on a high average attacks. That means if you attack often enough, that 8% are actually something to consider, then it's good. But if you, let's say, yeah, if you attack 10 times, then let's say you just dish out whatever the 8%. Actually, no. If you attack 100 times, you get like 8% more, whatever. Let's forget about the whole critical damage calculation thingy. Yeah, 8% in this case is not that much. I should ignore the crit rate. I should rather go for defense bonuses so that the blossom scales better, as well as attack bonuses so the fillet blade scales better. So attack and defense are the ways to go. Now, what is this one? This is of course defense, pretty sweet. The rest doesn't really matter that much. This is also defense, that's good. This is crit damage. Okay, I could ignore that. Therefore, I could maybe pick another one. So, yeah, attack percentage. That would be pretty decent. What about this one? Increases elemental mastery. Yeah, and this one also has defense bonus on it. That is pretty sweet. What about that? Healing bonus? Nope. Defense and HP. I should go for defense bonus, and then I can just get rid of the energy recharge bonus on him. And then I can just go for a circlets set. He has this one in here. Circlets exile set, that was the idea. So that was that. Yeah, and then I could... Oh, it's a plus 16, that's so annoying. What's the thing I wanted to do? Not the Wanderer's Troop, also not the Instructor. Bollocks. Exile, there we go. And this one only has HP, so I should go for something like defense and attack percentage. That's pretty good. That's a good start already. Yeah, I could maximize this one here. Let's just take that, so I know which, like, I want to mark them, right? It's too bad you can't rename those items or something, where you can make your own sets. But yeah, I could do this. Then this one, of course, has another crit damage. Oh, come on. Come on. Healing bonus. What? That's weird. This one has 3 bonuses on it already. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. And it also has nice base values here. Yeah, I could definitely trigger this one here. The this value would be higher. Not quite sure about that one though. So let's keep the artifacts on him as is. Because if he is not on the field, then we don't need HP bonus. Only thing we need is the attack bonuses. Actually, yeah, if there's an energy recharge... It's just all over the place, that's what it is. I just want to make Albedo useful. Hey. Oh no. There we go. Oopala. Nice. Okay, we got that one done. It is... Damn it, I wanted to look at the numbers actually. That was the whole point of getting here, to look at the numbers. Shit. Oh, yeah. Okay. I need a few more enemies. With a bit of luck, there are some. Come on, there have to be a few. Just, will they get triggered? Nah. There we go. That should do the trick. Now then. Let's do this. For 1,400, that's pretty decent. 1,000. And you do this. Oh no, wait a minute. Bam. I actually felt as if Albedo actually did 2,000 damage sometimes. It's just the iffy bit. The problem is his crits need to overlap with his attacks. So and if they don't, then of course nothing happens. Difficult to say, difficult to say, difficult to say. What about his attributes here? The crit rate is not high enough, that's why. The crit damage stays with the bonus 100%. No, yeah, because I had a different weapon, didn't I? Crit damage goes up by 40%, and crit rate goes up by 28. If I switch with that now... Yeah. This happens. I just don't know how the actual damage changes. Like, the base damage of this weapon and the other is the same. But what about the crit? Does this crit happen more often or not? I would almost say that changing to this weapon would only be a good idea if the bonus attack damage is much better. But this one has a 50% chance of happening. That's the good thing about it. 50% chance of happening. And then the lowest seconds is... What's lowest seconds? I think 10 seconds or something like that. It goes down by 1 second all the time. And it does this, of course, 5 times. No, actually, no. It goes down 4 times. Like, 15, 14, 13, and so on and so forth until it's at level 5, and level 5 is 11 seconds. And all of this needs to overlap with his talents, because there's... where's this thing? There we go. Transient Blossoms can only generate once every 2 seconds. That's the interesting bit. But... if the crit is high enough, that means he will crit, whatever. Yeah, then you just decide higher damage every now and then. Oh, come on. I think I just... yeah, I need to level up the Fillet Blade, otherwise it would make no sense. Damn it. Otherwise it would not make any sense. Too bad. So mean. So mean, so mean, so mean. The only good thing is the attack bonus though. Yeah, this one scares with this one. Multiplicative. And this one also, but in a different way. Now the question is... how much bonus damage is this compared to this one? You can't trigger this all the time, only every 11 seconds. But this one can be triggered every time, basically. That means every time the Blossom will trigger. But this one will not improve the attack damage, but it uses at least the crit value. And as long as he is high HP, this one will work out. And of course it will work out because he's not on the field, so he will not lose HP. That's the kicker. So if he's not on the field, you can use this as a support weapon, a decent one. Thinking about it just made it sound much better, much cooler. And then there's the occasional burst or whatever. Crit rate is of course pretty high. That means almost every second attack. It's like the Fisher's Blade. And yeah, the crit damage is 144.3%. But it's not that it's absolute, right? Like this crit rate and this crit damage, of course they benefit each other, but it's not that this crit damage just completely disappears if you change weapons. It is that... let's switch to this one again. If you go to this weapon here, you still have 100% crit rate left, so you lose, let's say, 40%. Yeah, you lose 40-something percent. What is this thing? What is this thing? What is this thing? What is this thing? Crit damage goes up by 38%, but this is added. Yeah, roughly 40%. That's what you lose. Then you end up with this. Every now and then the Blossom would still trigger the crit rate. Now there's the question. What will deal more damage? Difficult to say. Difficult to say. Difficult to say. So iffy. Wait a minute, what is this? This is 800 and... wait, what? 900 and 100? Yeah. Defense is still the same, but attack is slightly higher by 100 points. Yeah, that would mean this would make more impact. Difficult to say, difficult to say, difficult to say. I just love this weapon. Oh, shit. Alright. I need to get different Fisher Blades though. Let's keep it as is for now. Yeah, this thing is level 70, wasn't it? Yeah, so the level is the same at least. Only problem is this refinement rank. But yeah. Let's keep it as is. Now, what I want to do... Oh, wait a minute. No, let's just wait until this replenishes a little bit further. What I want to do though is finally get to this Ascension of the 7 so I can unlock the southern area here. That would be so sweet. Because then I can finally explore everything. Ah, that would be so cool. And all, of course, this one here and whatever. Yeah. Yep. But I would say that it would be more beneficial to do the World Ascension mission. The World Ascension mission is... That's not the one. There we go. That's the one. It's somewhere completely different. The World Ascension mission is all the way over here. We have to do the Midsummer Courtyard for this. And we also get some Liu keys. And I definitely need those because I have found a Liu shrine somewhere. And I want to open this thing. And with a bit of luck, there's a Fisher's Blade in there. Probably not that. One can hope. So, let's get into the star snip. Was it this star? I don't know what it is. Whatever. Let's get in there, but not in this episode. Let's do this in the next one. Until then, like and subscribe. Ta-ta.